I know more about Gowanus than you ever want to hear about. This is my neighborhood. I've done a lot of environmental activism, and I prefer to talk about music tech. All right. You ready? All right, cool.
Testing, okay. So I have no audio today, but I did lose my voice recently, so bear with those technical difficulties. Ooh, sorry. Okay. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Erin. I'm the co-founder and CEO of SoftSide. We connect creative fans with their favorite music artists to design officially licensed fan design merchandise. Prior to SoftSide, I worked for a number of years at major talent agencies, so I booked upwards of 10,000 shows for a lot of artists. I briefly pivoted into A&R, and then I dove into SoftSide during the pandemic when I would notice so much fan art on Etsy, TikTok, Redbubble, the list goes on, and noticing that our artists were not monetizing any of that beyond their official website. So what we do is everything is fan designed, artist approved, they both make a split, and we get our percentage as well. So this is typically all that the public can see right now, just the website. Also, sorry, it looks a little weird right now, but bear with us. But what we're going to show you are two different backends. We have a fan backend, and we typically refer to them as the creators. They're the ones designing, and then we have the music artist backend. So I'll show you both real quickly. So here we will go to our login. This is a fake fan account that I created based off of actual artwork that our fans are creating. So here we are on the dashboard of our user account. You can see here, typically this is on a little bit of a larger screen, but we'll start first with the portfolio. So this page is pretty important to our fans because this is where they start to express themselves both as a music fan as well as a designer. So they can put where they're based, their pronouns, and they can start putting in their original fan artwork that they have created, including titles, tags, descriptions. So this is, again, all just example artwork. But this is not artwork that we are selling. This is meant to show what they are capable of making if they were commissioned to create a merch design. And the reason that we have this is because fans don't want to make a design and get submit it and have 10,000 other submissions and they might not get selected. That's spec work for anyone who's not familiar. And so that sucks sometimes. And so what we do is we allow fans to create a portfolio where they can show their potential and then only create something if they're selected. So we are building out more to this page with Spotify integrations and other ways to express and customize who they are. But in the meantime, I'll show you our create page. So you have two options as a fan. You have the portfolio consideration. You can select your artist here. You have this link here that's already in there for you. Looking a little funny right now. And then you can put in any optional design notes and agree to our terms and submit to the artist. And that's it. It's one click, and that's all they had to do. And I'll show you in a moment what that'll look like for the music artist backend. We do have a traditional merch builder for fans who do want to go that route. We do see right now it's about 60-40 in terms of fans preferring the portfolio. So we'll go through SoftSide as an example artist. God, sorry, it's again looking a little weird. But we have the artist notes here where the fan is able to see the net royalty split. So this is decided by the music artist how much they want to share with their fans. They have any notes from the band. So that can be any design prompts. If they have an album coming out, they're looking for specific criteria. And downloadable IP. So any trademarks, logos, designs that the music artist wants to license out to the fans for merch designs. Then from there, the fan starts designing their item. So all of the items that the fan is able to filter from is decided by the music artist. The blank types, the blank colors. They also have executive decision making. So if the fan designs a really sweet t-shirt and it's on a black hoodie and the artist wants a blue t-shirt, that's fine. They can decide that at the final production step. So here we'll put on the SoftSide logo. The fan can do the both front and back of the item. Again, put in any optional design notes if they have anything they want to say to the music artist, agree to our licensing terms, and submit the design. So all the licensing is taking place in the SoftSide platform so that your lawyers are not on a contracting email with some kid and trying to talk about IP rights. It ruins the magic of the experience, and so we take care of that for you. So from the music artisan, this is the submission queue. So in real time, you are able to get those submissions and decide if you want to approve it, approve with edit requests if you want to make any changes. All those communications do take place in the platform. Hold just stars it to the top, and then you can decline it, which would be a rejection. The portfolio is where you can see actual user who submit to SoftSide. This is an example. So if we want to look at this portfolio, we'll see this user on the top. She's from Madrid. And now you're starting to see her artwork that she's made. So this is all fan inspired. So this is saying, if you commission me, here's the type of work that I can make. And so when you approve a portfolio submission specifically, you have then guidelines of design deadline. You talk about how many edit requests you want to have. The music artist, again, is fully in the driver's seat, but everything is moderated through SoftSide. So going back here, we have our Manage tab. Come on. Done. There we are. So our Manage tab is where the music artist can upload their IP. And then now they are seeing all of the blanks at their disposal. Right now we work with print on demand, and we are looking to integrate with other third-party merch services shortly. But you'll see here they have all the colors that they're able to decide that they want fans to have access to. They can decide on, they see the blank price breakdown, so you know exactly how much everything costs. And then you can see here our royalty splits. So right now, for our example, we did 30% of the net. 15% is the minimum that the music artist can share, and that's really to incentivize and to respect the fan for their work. Again, it's on the net split, so for a t-shirt, for example, that would be about $3 or $4 to the fan per sale. So for us, we do have minimums to protect the fans, but the music artist can increase this as much as they want, so they can go as high as 85%. Oops, 85%, and you can see how that starts affecting their share. So we do see a full range. We do empower artists to make that decision because we know artists of different sizes have very different ideas of what they want to be paying their fans, depending on their merch business. Last steps here, we have everything that's in your queue. So this is approved, but it's not listed yet. You can review the item before you go to shop. And here we have our status checks. So this creator signature would be green once they sign their IP transfer agreement. So as soon as someone's approved, SoftSide triggers an IP transfer to them, and that transfers the IP rights to the music artist. It's a very simple one-page document. We put it in plain English so that even a young fan can really understand what it means to work on SoftSide and what it means to transfer those IP rights to the music artist within the parameters that SoftSide set up. Creator banking and my banking means that that's all good to go. We are integrated with Stripe and we pay out on a weekly basis. SoftSide Ready means that we did a once over. It's commercially viable. The specs are good to go. So music artists can decide they want this to be $35 and then they publish it to their shop whenever they're ready to go. So this is really helpful for any album campaign's marketing strategy. If you want to accumulate a bunch of items and drop it all at once, remove it all at once, you can fully decide when you want to be doing that. I'll show you where it gets listed. So here's an example of an artist we're working with, Shella Alcove. You'll see this is her designated fan merch shop. Down below are all of the approved items that she has. So if we click here, you can see that this is the item. You can see the fan design checkmark. It's approved by this music artist. And if we click this tab, you can now start exploring the designer who made it. This is a designer from Vietnam. And now you can start seeing their other work along with the item they have listed. So right now, collaborations are one way, where it's only music fan to music artist, but we are working to have it two-way soon, where if you see a portfolio that you like, the music artist can also reach out to the fan. Last but not least, I will show everyone the marketplace. So you can either shop by artists, these lead to those individual pages I just showed you, or you can go by the actual marketplace itself and check out what else is in our platform. So right now everything is hosted in the SoftSide platform while we're in beta, but we are working on having integrations with the artist websites as well, so they can have both their shop listed here on SoftSide as well as on their website. So that's it from a high-level view, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Sorry.
Hi. First of all, I love it. I think it's fantastic. You talked about the revenue split, but I wonder, is there any sort of prediction or in the brief, is this going to be a shirt or design that's like semi-permanently going to live on the site, or is this like the way artists make posters for individual shows? This T-shirt is going to be for one city, and it's going to have a limited lifespan. Like,
so we leave that, for anyone who couldn't hear, it's about the lifespan of a product in our platform. So we leave that decision up to artists. So we've had some artists that we talk to who want to have this passive shop. They refresh it every month, and then they have their more specific official merch that they'll release in tangent with an album. So they want to kind of have two different purposes. We have other artists who want to view it more as a combined effort. And then we do have artists that want to have an up and down, exactly like the example that you said. If they have a tour and they want to be doing something very specific to each market, we are looking into how we could geo-gate the website in certain ways so the website would only be available to certain fans at a certain venue, and then we would take care of shipping. So it's really up to the music artists on how they see their campaigns. Shell Alcove is an example of an artist who released a few items. Then she had a single come out, so she went back to the platform, released an item. Then she had her EP come out. She went back into the platform, and someone already designed something, and she released it. So it's a marketing tool that really can depend on how the artist wants to release their merch. Yeah. If you want to shout it out, I can just repeat it.
So have you considered having artists who have fans who are outside the US? Is
Yeah.
the production going to be done outside? Because the reason why I ask that is that if the production is done, let's say, in the US, in terms of exchange rates, in terms of cash
Yeah.
and everything, it will be too expensive. So for example, I'm from Ghana, so you have a Ghanaian artist who wants to do a merch. Are you going to have the collaboration with a production company from Ghana to make sure the price is also exorbitant for people to purchase?
Yeah. So the summary of that question is how our production is handled and if it's friendly to international fans so that we can have local production near them to drive the cost down. So right now we do work with a print-on-demand supplier that has fulfillment centers around the world. So we do ship internationally. And the nice thing about that is that it tends to be fulfilled as close to the customer as possible. So for example, we had an order come in yesterday from France, and the closest order location was the UK. So that fan will receive their order in about 5 days. The shipping cost was about $5. So they are not seeing that arm and a leg cost of having shipping just from the US. We are limited right now to fulfillment centers in about 5 different countries, but we are looking to expand with other merch providers as well. Yeah.
They end up owning the copyright as a work for hire? Do they own the copyright in the graphics they're creating?
Yeah. So in terms of the copyright for the music artists, our transfer agreement does give them the rights. We do have in our T&Cs with the music artists that everything must live in the SoftSide platform, and that's to avoid any surprises. If the fan sees their music artist on tour and they see their shirt listed, they don't want that surprise. So we do have it that they own the rights to it. It's SoftSide is a fulfiller for it, but we do have bulk options so that if an artist does want to take something offline, we can do that. It would just be in a separate agreement.
Exclusive, you're agreeing to transfer the ownership of the copyright and graphic is going to the artist subject to a covenant. The artist
Yeah.
has to keep the work exclusively manufactured through your service.
Yeah, if they want to take it offline, then we just come up with a separate agreement and make sure that the fan is compensated for that.
So you're getting 15% of the sales on the gross, and then you also have a deal with the actual manufacturer?
Yeah, so we don't make any money off of the production that we have. So the cost that you see that's listed at is the cost that we are also charging, or that we are charged. So we just take the 15% on each sale. And so, for example, if a music artist wanted to take something offline, we would do that production for them, or we come up with a separate agreement if they had a different merch producer in mind, and we would come up with a compensation for that fan to make sure they're adequately paid as well.
Okay, one more question.
Yeah.
Similarly, he kind of hit on some of the points I was
Yeah.
thinking about, but and forgive me if you already explained this, but is there, any way that you guys also support those sales to be then like they can buy in bulk from you guys?
Yeah.
And then push it off to like merch tables or Shopify or whatever platform platform that the artist owns and operates and feels comfortable to sell these items through? Is that okay?
Yeah, we just make sure that the fan is always alerted. So we just have any agreement that the artist wants to make with us to take something offline, we're happy to do. But they just need to notify us of what they have in mind so we can come up with something that all three parties are happy with.
Similarly, those percentages that you just described are still applying even though you're buying in bulk X amount?
For offline, it would be subject to a separate agreement.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone.